guys, it's Moesoda here, and welcome back to the halfway video of the Promised Neverland. Welcome back to my channel. We have reached the halfway point of the season of the Promised Neverland. If you remember last week's episode, we got left off at a cliffhanger. Don and Gilda went off on their own to figure out where Isabella's secret room is. The episode ends with the main door swinging open and potentially Don and Gilda getting caught. I thought it was going to be Sister Crone and more evil would ensue. But it was just Phil. There were a lot more shots to put the viewer into the perspective of the children in this episode, which I thought helped. It played in their favor. However, in this episode, it seemed like they were giving us new information too quickly or without a basis that it's built off of. All of a sudden, Emma just finds these book plates in all of the books that they are looking at in the library that have Morse code, and the code is telling them about what is actually happening at the farm. What made her look at the books in the first place? There was no situation where this led up to. They weren't like, hey Emma, go check out some books in the library and see what you can find on new technology or old technology. I don't know. How many books have they looked at? Do literally all of the books have book plates, and do you have to put them in order to find out the secret code? Is there some kind of like message hidden with all of the books and you've got to rearrange all the, I don't know, okay? Where did this come from? Okay, like all of a sudden they like now have these like book plates about information that they've already found out. Like, what's the point of that? What's the point? I don't know. This is why anime adaptations of manga are a little iffy. Not enough info is adapted from the manga into the anime, which leads the anime to be inferior. Is this a terrible anime? Absolutely not. It's a really good anime, okay? I like what I'm watching. I like this anime a lot. However, some things just get lost in translation. I actually really enjoyed The Promised Neverland as much as some of the characters annoy me. It just means they're written really well, and they're written well enough where I'm getting like actually annoyed at these characters. So it's not that I hate the anime. It's not like I'm hating on the characters. I literally like, it's provoking these emotions in me that is only like that good media does. Like only good media does that. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say it. I don't know if I said it. I hope you get what I mean. Let's talk about Dawn. Dawn is that friend that like you hang out with and you kind of tell a little bit of the information to, you know, you kind of tell a little bit of secrets to, but like not the full secret, because you obviously know that they can't handle that. They wouldn't know what to do with the information that they're given. Don, he just can't think for himself, and he'll just go off his rocker. You know, kind of like maybe a friend that's like, I don't know, too emotionally charged. And then at a point, you feel bad that you're not telling him everything. So you finally like let him into the secret, into the information, and he flips his shit. His character makes for great suspense and conflict to get the plot moving, which I love. I love that about his character. It's making me feel so many things, and I just want to... But man, I want to punch him in the throat. Not the face so that it shocks him and he like knows his place and he's like, oh yeah, let me just shut up. But in the throat area, so that you can't breathe, and maybe you like reflect on your actions and realize that like your actions affect others, and maybe, you know, do some self-reflection after, you know, think about what you've done up until this point and how it might not help anyone at all ever in this situation ever. Everything comes to a head this episode. Emma, Norman, and Ray come clean to Don and Gilda. They give them the full truth of the farm. Their little brains can't handle it, and that's okay. They're still on board. They fight, make up, and their plans for escape continue. During the scene, while they're fighting and making up, you get the sense that someone else is watching. By the way it's filmed, and at the end of the scene, Ray turns around because he feels like he's being watched and nothing's actually there. And if I can recall past episodes, since Crone has arrived, I feel like I've seen scenes like that, or scenes filmed like that, a lot more. And I'm not saying that it was Sister Crone, even though it wasn't, it is Sister Crone, but you know, like, I feel like that someone is watching. Maybe it's like us as a viewer is like in on it, or if we're watching from the perspective of somebody else. I've just felt like that this entire time, you know, where I'm like, am I watching them, or am I someone that's not supposed to be watching them? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I kept thinking that Isabella or Sister Crone could literally walk in at any time during any of these conversations and find out the secret that the kids are hiding from them, that they know their secret. And I'm just like, why are you guys speaking about this so loosely and openly? Like, isn't anyone keeping watch? Like, did you guys check the room? There's like nothing like that. They're not talking in secret code. They're just literally like screaming at each other in a library in this house, which, if I'm not mistaken, the house looks pretty old. So I'm gonna assume that the walls are thin and you can hear everything. So I'm just like, why are you guys yelling? Like, can you guys speak in code? Why did you guys not come up with a code? Like, that's like first thing I would do if I was trying to talk to somebody about something I didn't want anybody else to know, is come up with a code name or code words or like something, you know what I mean? And just as I think that, they get caught by none other than Sister Crone. Oh, sweet swing of prediction justice. I knew something was gonna happen. They were gonna get caught somehow because they keep screaming about this situation. Why are you screaming? At least whisper in each other's ears. Play the game of telephone. Like, I mean, it wasn't her catching them in the secret room, which is what I predicted from last week's episode, but she caught them spilling all the secrets, walking to the wall. Guys, I know you're 11 years old, but it's like, you're at the top of your class and you're thinking about everything else except for like, maybe I should just like keep quiet a little bit. Maybe I should just talk lowly, like, so nobody else can hear me. But no, they're just like gallivanting off in this woods, like, hey, we're trying to escape. I also found out that Ray is the first of all of the children to be shipped out, and I'm hoping that they escape before that happens so that we can see the outside world already. I'm tired of watching them talk about escaping. I would like to see what the outside world looks like before the series is over. Let me know what you thought of this week's episode in the comments downstairs. Also, while you're down there, hit the subscribe button, join the Moe Squad so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you next week for the next episode of The Promised Neverland. Bye! The Promised Neverland.